So real quick review on our electrons, right? Protons and neutrons in the nucleus. Protons are our atomic number. In neutral atoms, electrons are the same as the protons, right? So I take somebody, let's go to the third energy level because a lot of the ones drawn in your packet are second energy level. So sodium, find that on the pair chart and follow along with me here. Atomic number is 11. So it's got 11 protons in the nucleus. First energy level, then we switch over to electrons. Going too quick. First energy level, we can hold 2 electrons. Next energy level, we can hold 8 electrons. So that is 10 of our electrons, right? In our third energy level, we then have 1 left, right? Because you got 11. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So we've got our 11 total electrons. We could have known that just by where it's at on the periodic chart, right? Because it's in the third energy level. It's in the third period. And it's in the first one in that period. So it's got 1 valence electron. So if it wants to be stable, it's either got to gain 7 electrons, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to have a full outer shell, right? They're stable when they have a full outer shell. Gaining 7 electrons, that seems like a lot of work when if I, instead of gaining 7 electrons and being -7, I could lose 1 electron. And now look, my layer underneath is full. So I get rid of that whole outer layer, that layer underneath is full. So sodium with 1 valence electron is going to get a +1 charge, right? That's going to be the thing that's going to help make it stable. If we look at the element next to that, magnesium, maybe beat me to it. How many protons does it have? I have 12 protons. So 12 little pluses all in the nucleus. We'll pretend I drew 12 of them. So how many electrons will it have? It's going to have 12 electrons too. 2 in the first energy level, 8 in the next energy level. How many does that leave us for our last energy level? I'm talking to you like I'm Dora, right? And you're gonna talk back to the screen. So maybe go ahead and tell me now. That's right. It's gonna have 2. Did you actually say 2? I don't know. Right. So it's got 2 valence electrons. Second column, 2 valence electrons. Still in the third energy level. 3 layers of electrons. With 2 valence electrons, it can either gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So gain 6 and be -6. Or it can not gain those 6 and instead lose 2, right? It doesn't take a rocket surgeon to figure that out, right? It's going to lose 2 and get a +2 charge. I'm going to leave a few of those for you to figure out, right? And use that table on the packet has some helper ones in there too. But let's jump way over here to the end. Somebody like sulfur, right? If we find sulfur, it's right underneath oxygen, right? It's got 16 protons. 16 protons in the nucleus. So then 2 electrons in the first ring, 8 electrons in the second ring. That leaves 6 for our third ring. They go individual before they buddy up. So now I've got 6. So if I lose, I'm going to have to lose 6, or I could gain 1, 2, right? So we've flipped over now, and it's going to be easier to gain. So when you have 6 valence electrons, it's going to get a -2 charge. Right? And I think we can kind of see the patterns in there. Use that grid to help you fill out the rest of that packet and figure out what those charges are going to be on those ions.